Alexa. Alexa, turn the lights on.
The dungeon isn't
Oh,
responding.
Alexa, stop. Come on. Hey, buddy. Welcome on in, everyone, to the Paladin's Keep. I'm gonna go turn my lights on real quick. I'll be right back. Hope everyone's had a good time. Oh, surprise, how that works. A simple light switch. Hey. Come on. You can get up, it's fine. I tell him to go get his bone. I got him a new bone. He went and got me a toy. How nice. Hope everyone's had a good time while I was on vacation. As you can see, my dog has missed me severely. So he might be a little bit extra today. So we're going to try to figure that out.
Although I thank you for doing us the courtesy of covering it up.
Don't.
Well, still have a bit of fight left in you? Then listen. I've arranged a meeting with Gav. In case you've forgotten, you're the one he's been putting his nose to work for.
For nothing.
Just listen. While you've been relaxing in your cell, Gav's been busy sniffing out your dominance. According to his last report, he's picked up a scent. Gav's gone to a fair bit of trouble for you. The least you can do is hear the poor bugger out. He's going to meet us at the King's Fall. Pack your stuff. We'll leave as soon as you're ready.
Oh my goodness. My arm. Okay, so we can go ahead and leave. Because I don't need to stay here for this. We can go to the King's Fall. Here we go. So here the tumble waters of the Empire's brooks and bournes to converge into a single resplendent cataract where a bygone king is said to have lost both life and kingdom. Hence the name the King's Fall.
Not so long ago, this here was a thriving trade route. Then the Blight came. The people left. And just like that, it was deserted. Making it the perfect little shortcut. Gav's waiting for us up ahead. Come on.
Alright, let's do it.
Still feeling sorry for yourself?
Don't. Please.
Think about it, Clive. The rumors all point to... That was an Imperial signal. They shouldn't be here. The old fort's been abandoned for years. Our little chat can wait. I need to see what the bastards are up to. You go on ahead and meet up with Gav.
But we both know that.
No buts about it.
Alright, that's some Torgal. The Hunter and the Hunted.
This is stupid. I'm the Dominant of Fire. We sent Gav on a wild goose chase.
Yes, spider!
More killing. For what?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Why does the Minotaur look like kind of not even? You see, like,
Beast.
oh, okay, maybe I should paint it. Got him. Nice. Look at that. Enemy slain. I'll take it. Minotaur mate. Alright. Cool. So the Minotaur had like this bulbous body and just it looked kind of completely uneven. We're gonna be completely honest, but I don't make the game, man.
Another perfect little shortcut, Sid. Straight
Also
to
because of the way I'm
bloodthirsty
sitting.
beasts.
Let's get all the way up on here. Alright, let's get it going. Yeet. Down there.
Can't be much further now.
Oh. Eaters. Thanks, Torval. Appreciate you, pal. I like to run along the walls that he does. Oh, and another big boy. Oh, and some spiders, too. Okay. Take the spiders out first.
Let me through. That's enough.
Ooh.
Keep your distance, boy. is it, boy?
After him! Don't let him escape!
Oh, here we go. Let's go save Gav. Ooh, there's quite a bit.
Who goes there? This one's a deserter! Take his head! Out of my way. You made your choice! It's over!
Nice. Dragon.
There he is! Don't let him escape! Kill the deserter!
Let's go, Adolphus.
Clive, what's the situation?
You're late! Gav's in trouble!
What?
The Imperials are on his tail! We have to get to him before they do.
Understood. I'm here to even the odds. Any objections? I'll take the dragon.
Yeah, this game's good. What's up, Jinx? How's it going? Welcome on in. I'll grab you a good time. I am absolutely enjoying this game. No, I didn't miss any that good. I'm playing this too. That's good. I'm glad. I know you've played a lot of Final Fantasy 14 if I'm correct, so I'm glad you're keeping up with the franchise and enjoying this game as well.
Sorry, lad.
Nice dodge.
Much help I'm gonna be here.
Precision dodge. There we go. There we go. That's, oh man, we missed. No problem. We can post in that one. And keep nice. Sickly portal. I will leave that for right now. Yeah, the armor in this Final Fantasy reminds me of gear from 14. Like the armor that he's wearing currently. I could see that, but game. Because when I played Final Fantasy 14, I played a tank. So I can kind of see what you're talking about with some of the armor sets. It looks like he has the Four Striker set. Okay, oh, the Foe Striker set. I don't know specifically what that set is. I'm not hitting any of my dodges at all. There we go. Okay. Getting a rhythm. That's all the 50 set from the whole set. Gotcha. There we go. Scissor strike. We're in the rhythm. Oh, never mind. We lost the rhythm again. I like how he always ends up killing that white room before I'm able to defeat his lane. Or how's the dolphins with everything? He's like, I'll take the white room and get the knife. I'm like, I don't know about that. I'm getting my butt kicked. Played too much 14. Is that a problem? Sounds pretty good. Yeah, but I like this one a lot. No open world, but the zones are huge. I agree. I do think that that is a huge plus of the game. Bro. Let's come down. Ah, got him. Take down.
Bloody time waster.
This should kill
Let's
him.
finish him off.
No? This will kill him. No? That'll kill him. There we go. Something had to have killed him. Yeah, the zones are massive. They're to a degree pretty interconnected. So, I have a save file that's far ahead of this that I've been playing on my own, and I'm way farther than this on that. And I was able to because when I stopped streaming last week because I was getting ready to go on vacation. I actually just got back from a vacation yesterday, or technically this morning. I stopped a few days before I was flying out so that I could have some time to pack and do all that stuff. which my wife was able to help me with tremendously, by the way. She did a good chunk of that, if not the majority of it, which was so helpful. But I was able to use that time to play through the game on my own. Am I using a PS5 mic? No, so I have a Blue Yeti that is kind of right here. And it has a filter screen in front of it, which can't go up too far. Try to angle it so that I don't have to be super loud. Torgal's getting cracked. How's vacation? Vacation was great. Posted a lot of photos in my Discord server. A lot of the historic buildings that we saw, which is beautiful.
Give me
Get
your
him.
hand.
Drop him. Uh-oh, who said that? Thought I would not like the wolf, but I do. I like Torgal.
Help me climb.
I think the difficulty I have with Torgal is like landing the precision 6 and Ravages, because I barely use him, to be completely honest. But I like him. I think it's a really, really cool feature. I just barely use him, so. I like how they're throwing in a bit of his trauma. Because, big recap, since we haven't been streaming for well over a week, Clive Rosfield has learned that he is the dominant of fire, who is the very same dominant who slaughtered his brother. So he's kind of responding to that internally, trying to figure that out. And so you can kind of see a little bit of that trauma from the entire event kind of come up to the forefront here for just a brief moment. He has no gear or level
Why
conditions.
doesn't have your nose, I
Correct.
said. He'd stumble off a cliff.
Yeah,
I
there's a
said.
few elements of like just
That's
having
the
him as
trouble
a
with a nose like
companion.
mine.
Like the
Can't
companion
help
system
sticking
in
away
this game
if
is
not
unique,
wanted.
in which it really doesn't
If it
matter.
wasn't for you two, my sniffing days would be over.
You don't have to worry about like micromanaging
Thank
their
you.
equipment or their skills or anything like that, which is very different from any Final Fantasy game up to date.
So, what news?
Because even in Final Fantasy 15,
Well,
you
I found out where your friend's heading for one
could manage
thing.
all of their equipment. And you could change, you know, like whether or not Ignis is using his spear or his daggers more often. You could change up, you can give them spells, you can change up their accessories and whatnot, but they kind of functioned on their own.
There's no
And this
question
is
about it.
almost
He's
completely
a dominant
isolated.
fire, all right.
He can't be.
Clive, I saw you turn into an icon before my very eyes. And yes, there's a good chance it was you who killed the Phoenix. But we weren't alone, were we? There was the fella you saw enter the whirlwind. I saw him too. You didn't dream it, Clive. He's out there.
I'm gonna mute second.
Don't ask me. I don't bloody know. But I do know one thing. You're gonna find him and find out. After all, you swore
Snooze
that-
fest. Yes, they do curse quite a bit in this game.
You swore you'd avenge your brother's death. That you'd
But they have a
never
big,
rest until you
like-
hunted down the man responsible. So
A Game of Thrones
Find
vibe
out
and
if this
feel
man's
to a
responsible
lot of the atmosphere,
and kill
so it
yourself
kind of
if you
fits that they add a bit of the language into that as well.
don't thank me.
Love how Sid is
Oh,
always
yeah.
smoking. Yeah, facts. That is true. Even the Sid in Kingdom Hearts was a smoker. Well, I think he had like a toothpick or something. They couldn't make him a smoker, but it gave off the indication. Because that was the Sid from 7, and 7 wasn't the smoker, I don't think. Unless it was like in his character picture. Yeah, it was a toothpick, right. But it kind of gives off that feel, like having something there. Sid from 4 was like an engineer. That dude was pedal to the metal. Or, yeah, pedal to
We'll
the
be
metal.
in Rosaria in a
Correct.
day or two.
Back to where it all began.
See, once I saw his hair underneath the, like, 100% Joshua. And it's very interesting to see that Joshua didn't die when we quite literally ripped him apart as the Phoenix. It's very, very interesting to see that he's not dead. Hi, buddy. My Pupper Wuppers is all nice and clean. Got a nice little bath today, huh? Against his wishes. You did not want it. But you'll live, huh? I know.
Spitting great gouts of fire he was like a bleeding volcano.
Ever seen a volcano?
What?
You think I'm having you on?
Clive! Your friend. She's awake.
Gotta go to Jill. Gotta go get Jill.
Right.
Good old Jill Warwick. Huh, buddy?
Go to her, you fool. Right, you lot. Enough slacking. Jutes, come with me. Gav, go and get those wounds seen to.
Oh, give it to me straight. How long have I got?
So?
All in good time. Let's make ourselves scarce.
Jill.
We're gonna just go straight to her.
Let's get this fixed before someone...
Jill is fully awake.
It's true then. It really is you.
It is.
And yes, later in the game, you will be able to spend a lot of time on side quests. Correct. Yeah, there is a... I have been pretty much like, as I'm playing the game... So what I did was, like, once I was streaming it, right before I decided to kind of put a pause on streaming so I can get ready for my vacation, I saved the game twice. And so I have a second save file that is for off-stream, and a primary save file that is for on-stream. And I'm like,
told me what happened.
on my off-stream one,
You saved my life.
I do everything together.
After
So
nearly taking it, I had no idea.
there's so much room to do all the side quests. And
Forgive me.
side quests are fairly easy.
How did you ever come to be there, Jill?
Oh yeah, I remember because Jill got captured by the
Fighting
Ironblood,
for them.
by the Ironborn. And they forced her to fight for them to fight the
Ironblood.
Dalmekian Republic.
Not long after
And the Holy
news
Empire.
arrived. About
And it was
Phoenix
actually
Gate.
very, very worth it, correct.
Rosaria
And then also doing
lost
the
leaders.
the hunts when we get the hunt
Duchy was
system.
in chaos. The Iron Kingdom saw
Yeah, it was
Iron
crazy to
Kingdom
think. So, like, imagine being Jill. You
They
get
killed the
captured
men
by
and
a
captured
kingdom
the women.
because the Ironbloods view dominance as abominations.
And took you back to Ironhome.
So imagine being captured by a continent or country that thinks that you're an abomination and then forces you to fight for it
But the end
at
never
sword
came.
point. That's crazy.
My powers awoke, and
It's a bit hypocritical
everything
also
changed.
that they're just totally able to
It all happened so
brandish all the dominance as abominations, and yet they're able to utilize the
We were
power of the
told that
dominant
Ironblood
at force,
captured a dominant.
though, to
Planned to
do
bring her
their
on
will.
latest crusade.
They gave me a choice. To fight for them on the battlefield or
Die.
see my countrywomen slaughtered.
Can't give in.
And they call us dominants.
What?
What do you mean, us?
What happened to
Don't mind
Clive?
her just being all
What happened
confused.
at Phoenix Gate?
It was me. I killed Joshua.
No. That's not true. I know you. You wouldn't do that.
No, he totally did that.
It's the truth. I changed into him again Not long ago.
To fight
The
Garuda.
second icon of fire.
Yep.
The one responsible.
Which is like, low-key, really dope.
Clive.
When I think back to that night.
Here comes all his stress. But see, here's the interesting part. So, the guy that we saw at the Phoenix Gate, I imagine, is a freak.
What did
And
he
yet,
say?
Joshua presently looks like a Efreet.
We have found
But at the same time, it's not Efreet. Because Efreet's the icon. The icons don't have like a human form outside of
We should
themselves.
go back there. To Phoenix Gate. I need to know what really happened. And so do you. You need to know for certain. And if what you told me is true, and you did what you said you did,
And we'll figure it out.
then we will face it together.
But,
Jill,
we'll have to get there. We can't cross that bridge unless we get to that bridge. Duh.
all right.
Alright, we'll do it.
You'll be needing a change of clothes then.
Facts.
Out you go, your lordship. We wouldn't want you getting overexcited.
See, when I was playing this on my personal save, I was like, oh, this is when we're getting the new outfit. I was like, holy crap. I literally have been begging for this new outfit on stream. I was like, we couldn't get to it. And then I was going to get it like the day after I stopped streaming. I was like, this is stupid.
I should be ready too.
I was a little frustrated, don't get me wrong. I was a little salty. Okay, let's go down and do the Guide Nest. Karen's Toll. We do not want to do that. We want to go here. And I think this is giving off meals,
Ah, Clive. I trust you're settling in?
if I'm right.
Actually getting used to the place.
I'm glad to hear it. I was hoping you might be persuaded to come to my aid once more. Your services will be rewarded, of course.
I don't doubt it. Seems to be the way around here.
We strive to be better than those we once served. Now, as to the task itself, I am once again in need of a pair of hands to deliver sustenance to our esteemed companions. I have 3 meals for 3 industrious souls. What say you?
I'll do it.
I'd be happy to help.
Marvelous. The 3 individuals you'll be seeking out are busying themselves.
Oh, yeah, so it wasn't the first meal prep where you, like, hand it to people in the
You'll find one by the
tavern, but
entrance,
you have to,
another in the
we have to
bunks, and
actually
the
go
other-
around and find them, so we'll go... Yeah, we'll prioritize that quest real quick and get that done. So, simple enough. I just gotta go 12 people. Look at that white bird. Or, that's a normal bird. He looks a little bit paler, but that's a normal chocobo.
Ooh, something smells good. For me, I hope.
Nope.
It is. Courtesy of Kenneth.
Nope. Oh, we gotta give over the hearty meal.
Oh, my thanks. These birds are needy creatures. They don't like me running after the fat chocobo behind their backs.
They must keep you busy.
Ah, there's never a moment's rest. Probably for the best I eat down here, reeking of the staples as I do. I'd only put people off their food. And who has time to wash and dress for dinner when they've got little darlings like these to wait upon, eh? Anyway, thanks for the food, and be sure to give Kenneth my regards.
Well? What's that for you, dear?
Gaia Blade. Ooh, Yeah, we'll get the
Not bad. If I do say
equip
so
it,
myself.
and then we're going to. What? Do we have to? Do we use a Minotaur main to? We did. We can make some battle chains.
It last you a good while.
So we reinforce. horse. No battle chains.
Anything else?
No.
Oi. Back so soon? Fancied another kip in the cells, did you?
Kelly sent me. He thought you might be hungry.
Hand over the hearty meal. Call it good.
He wasn't wrong. The way my gut's been growling, I'd have curls running scared.
Guard duty down here can't be much fun.
It's not. But sometimes folk need locking up, and someone has to watch over them. I help people sleep at night, and that's not a boast many can make. You keep yourself on the right side of the...
At least he finds pride in his job. That's good. Because otherwise he'd be like all grumpy. You know, that'd just be worse. If he's like, oh, I'm only ever on guard duty, it sucks, I hate it. I wish I had a different detail. They always give me the guard detail, like it's stupid, but he's like, it's got its downsides, but I need to do it. I have to, you know, someone has to do it. So you might as well take pride in doing it because you're doing a job that has to get done. You're important. You're needed.
Wonderful.
And you provide a valuable service.
Is he sick?
Okay, this guy's a bit older.
No,
No, this is one of the, like, just caretakers.
Everyone.
And go to Kenneth. Before we return to Kenneth, I'm going to go to this guy and grab this guy's quest.
You! Newcomer! I need help.
What's the matter?
It's my assistant. She left to gather soil, and I've seen nothing of her since. I cannot concentrate one whit for fear of what might have happened. Please.
We will go check for the assistant.
Marvelous.
We're about to
Go tell
And it's going to be
Galton.
Galton's Bales. So we will head towards Galton Bale. We're going to go to Kenneth real quick, turn in the first quest. And then we'll go travel out to Galton's Bale so that we can go do the second quest. Once we're done, we'll speak with Karen.
Isn't the Moogle funny?
Ah, you're back. Here, your reward, as promised.
Nice.
The hideaway's quite something. Everyone has their place.
A fact we are proud of, believe me. You have your place too, of course, as you have...
It's kind of...
It is...
Oh, I'm glad that my place has been determined because I hand over the food. Galton's Bale. Whoa.
Someone's in trouble.
Spiders! Music here is my favorite. The music in general in this game, and Final Fantasy always makes great music. They're like always on top of the ball. But they just released the first 5 songs of the official soundtrack on all streaming platforms from their, like, what their Instagram said. So I was able to listen to, it's got like the main menu, or the like, hard to describe it, hold on. This theme. That's one of them, for example. So it was cool that they were able to start working on getting the soundtracks fully released out on just like regular platforms. Because the music is beautiful. Bruh. And that was one of the things I really loved about Final Fantasy 15, is because in the Regalia, you were able to swap out the car's tunes like you would be able to in the car. And so what they did was they made buyable soundtracks that were the previous game's official soundtrack, so you could play Final Fantasy X music while you traveled around in the Regalia. I thought that was super cool. In fact, that was a really, really nostalgic and I think a very well done feature to add into a game that does nothing other than make sense of adding in music from past games.
Clive.
in a way that doesn't
And I'm Martel.
like
But what are you doing here?
detract from adding
This is
in
no
something
place
that
for a bear
requires you
on
to
her
sit
own.
still and
Notice
like
that. soil's
exclude
not gonna
playing the
collect
game
itself.
while you're listening to like
And
the
what if
Final
I get
Fantasy
it for you?
IX soundtrack. You could
Head
just be
back to the hideaway.
driving from point A to
Just
point
exactly
B
what sort of dirt is it that you need?
and do that. And then
All
they
you
added
need
so
is
many things in
soil.
that game with that as well,
But
with the
I'd be
whole
a fool to
driving
refuse your
mechanics
help
and
after
how
what
it
just
worked
happened.
and like
It's
stopping
the
to
good
go
stuff.
do some random like
Dark, rich, fragrant.
open world quest. It
You'll
was
know
crazy.
when you find
I loved it.
Dark, rich, and fragrant. Right.
Yep, so we gotta go grab the soil.
You should hurry back. Bohemil seemed worried enough that he might
Bohemil.
come looking for you himself.
That's
Bohemil.
unlikely.
That's a name.
But I won't
It's a
argue.
very interesting name.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Soil then. There's certainly enough of it here. But is it dark, rich, and fragrant?
Potentially.
That should be enough. I better get it back to the hideaway.
Back to the hideaway. Let's go turn this quest in. Call it a day. A day at the hideaway. Got him. I'm gonna go speak to Karen. I think the quest she's going to give us is to go to Martha's Rest, because from Martha's Rest we're able to head over to the apothecary, or the apothecary. We're going to head to Phoenix Gate, ultimately, is what we're trying to go do.
There you are. And
Yes, we did everything. She's here.
the
She's
soil.
Yes, we brought the soil. She's not the most important thing, you jerk. How rude.
Glorious. But with this,
Wait, see, you were never...
Worried about me? Sorry. That's all right. And if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be growing anything. Although you shouldn't have to pay it too. I know it's not much.
Right. Yeah, because he didn't even want to, like, offer us a reward. Imagine that. Imagine being that big of a jerk.
I wish I could offer you some fruit too, but you're
Not
not
willing
likely
to help
thank me if I do.
at all.
Still,
Rude.
we'll grow something worth eating one of these days, and when we do, you'll have first pick.
Bet. I better. Dun dun dun. Some Valley Batter. Love it. Woo! This is a big yawn. It's good. Chicken. Look at all the chickens.
What do you want?
To say farewell. We're leaving.
Good decision. Better that than buried out there in the black. You've got a lot to thank that girl for.
We'll see
you know?
what type of progress we're able to make, because
And I will.
I think if we hit the apothecary, the
What do you
apothecary,
really want?
depending
know you
on
don't
when
come here
we're
for
getting to
conversation.
it, that may be the stopping point. It really depends on just how long it takes us to get there. But I cannot say for certain what that will look like. Let's go ahead and get rid of the
And be thankful you got that much.
and then crafting. Cool.
Off you go then.
I should probably say thank you to Gav, too.
And we'll go to Gav, say thanks.
So your mind's made up, is it?
We'll be leaving for
Because
Rosario
if
as soon as
we,
we're able.
because yeah, I think the next major thing we do is we go to Martha's Rest, and then from Martha's Rest we go to the
Rosario
little.
ain't what
There's like
she
a
used
small
to be.
village of bearers that
Since
we
the
hit up.
Imperials moved in.
I don't know.
First
We'll,
sign
we'll
of
see
trouble,
how
you make straight for Martha's Rest and ask for the landlady.
the puzzle
She's a
pieces
friend
of
the
our
cause. Tell her you was Sid,
stream
and
today.
she'll help you out.
where that gets us.
Understood.
Because I don't want to get us to the apothecary, start it,
Gav. I'd be lost without
and
you.
then stop right in the middle of it. I either want to do
I'm
the
just
full
doing my
thing
job. No need to make such a fuss.
or none of it. I want to do the full thing or none of it. That's with these big story components.
Take
I
care.
want all of it in there.
Right.
I don't want those broken up.
Craphead goodbyes. Where's Sid when you need him?
Give him my regards when he gets back.
I will.
Just a little jet lagged from my plane.
Sorry to keep you
What are you
waiting.
doing over there, buddy? Hi, I missed you.
Ready,
You know that?
my lady?
Yeah, you do know that. You're a good boy.
Ready.
Good old little puppet whoopers. Let's do it. Dude, that was so rude. There's no need to bark. No need. Hi. Hey, buddy. Come on. What up? No? No. Give you some pets though, huh? Yeah, that's a good boy. Ooh. That was me. To the 3 reads, yeah, we gotta go to Martha's Rest. So we'll get there first.
Rosaria. It's been 13 years.
But this breeze, the smell of the grass, it's just as I remember it.
You haven't been back either.
I couldn't. Rand did keep a close watch on each other in the Imperial Army. You'd get beheaded just for knowing a deserter. The only way out was on a mission.
I see.
But mostly I was afraid. Afraid to go back.
I know.
Sword.
But I'm here now. Thanks to you. We should press on.
Alright.
At the top of the hill must be Martha's Rest.
We're in a new area, which is nice, and like here we're gonna take just a quick look from up here, just to get a grip of like what we're looking at. So you have this bridge,
Sworn to protect my noble mistress.
which it appears to be like it's in the midst of reconstruction. Obviously, we have Martha's Rest all the way down there. We have this massive pillar just sitting up here in the middle. It's just beautiful. Like, the clouds look good. You can see just everything, the mountains, the way that they do the textures, the colors, the waterfall, the plants, all of it. Very, very well done. Square Enix they outdid themselves with this game, without a doubt. One of the things we got to do is we got to try to master Rook's Gambit. There's an achievement I'm trying to get, and it requires me to have all 3 Garuda abilities equipped. In order to equip an ability belonging to a different icon, you have to have the ability mastered. So, for example, we will eventually get Ifrit abilities. When we get Ifrit abilities, we can equip them with Phoenix, because it's a fire-based icon. But we cannot equip Ifrit abilities to Garuda, for example, unless they're mastered.
You know what to do for me. Sickle toggle. Get him. You know what to do, boy. There, boy. Get him, boy.
Uh-oh. Well, I figured out the precision 6. Boom. Level up. Kaboom. Level 20. You're right. We level up a lot faster because of our pre-order bonuses that we got pre-ordering the game. We have the extra gil accessory and the extra experience accessory, which is obviously a massive help in terms of like leveling up and getting gil, because like the fact that I get just 3 gil randomly, boo. Oh, come on. I thought I was going to be able to get him. Turns out that was not the case. So we're going to want to hit up the Whispering Waters here, but we're going to kind of loop around this way first. Get that item before we head up to that little area. Just clear through the map as best we can. I don't think we'll get to the Apothecary today. Just because I'm kind of a sucker for doing everything I possibly can. And that's what kind of helps out with getting the game and obviously getting your ability points. We want to be able to upgrade as many abilities as we can. We have the master ones. We kind of need ability points, so we're going to be slaughtering some creatures along the way, and we're not really going to be worrying about rushing through to get to the next area. We obviously have side quests up there. Like we're not in any rush right now. And then when we get to Martha's Rest, like we do have to worry about Martha's Rest as a place. We gotta do the Martha's Quest or Rest stuff. Fun. Nice. 3 pinches of magic to ash. Nothing down here. We can go ahead and run this way, and that's where the next little... Okay, these guys, as random wild creatures, you do have to hit them in order to get these guys to fight you. It is very important, in my opinion, that you do kill these creatures because they do give you items. And we want those items. 4 bloody hides. Boom. Sometimes if they drop the gold drops, you get a lot more.
That's enough.
Die.
It's over.
See, that one just dropped a gold one. It's gonna fly over my way here in a second. And with the gold one, you get multiple, way more of the item that it drops than you normally do. So I think that was the one that gave me the 6 sharp fangs from that. I don't think there's another grouping of these guys, right? No. Okay, we're gonna go to the 3 briar clamshell. Okay, okay. Okay, we'll take it.
They never finished building the bridge then.
After what happened at Phoenix Gate, it didn't seem the highest priority.
Fair. Maybe we gotta kill a creature over here. I think it was one of the 2 places. I can't remember.
Here, you couldn't give me an hand, could you? Typical. A bloody bearer. Just when I thought my luck had changed. Still, better a crumb of crystal than an empty hand, I suppose. Though it pains me to use another man's branded. Here, you understand me, don't you? I need your help. These blasted birds must have caught a whiff of my cargo, and now they've got me surrounded. And it was really late as it was. I've got something special needs delivering before the rest, but I dare not leave my cart untended. You couldn't run it up to Martha's Rest for me, could you? Needs to get there quick, mind.
We could. which we can actually just run it when we need to get it there. We're not in a rush, like I said.
You hand that to the
So we're not-
stable master and no one else.
We're
I'm
not
always
worried about
something
anything.
for it. If he gives it to you, pass it along to your master by way of thanks. Be off with you then, and don't go taking any detours on the way.
Are creatures over here? Yes. A Gygus. Goblin Mugger. We want to get this guy first. The Weaver out of the way. Got him with the Mugger.
Stay down.
Ooh. Ooh.
Get him, boy.
Oh, back up. Yeah, knock him. Oh man, I thought I had that.
Sick of trouble. Yeah, boy. Get him. You know what to do. Sick of trouble.
Go. Bone necklace. Got chest over here, which is what we want. Give me that. And sharp fangs. Dope. Nice. More briar clam shells. Stuff. I'm probably gonna find like crab guys, right? Crab dudes? Nope, hornets. Oop, we got a goldie guy. What was in it? Sharp fangs? Couldn't have been it. I think it was from the hornet. Does the hornets give off sharp fangs?
It's over.
I didn't think they did. More bloody hides. Yep. One last little area to crawl back to. And call it good.
Get him, boy. Sick of Toggle. Get him, boy.
Nice. Oh, we got a bighorn. We can do that. It's easy. What's up, Mr. Bighorn, sir? Nice. Ed the Zombie, what's up? Hello. Welcome on in. Hope you're having a good Thursday afternoon. Hope you're doing well. It's so good to have you here. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to yourself. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. What's up, Bighorn? Woo!
You know what to do, boy.
Shift combo. And ooh. Come on, we can stop it, can't we? No? We cannot stop it. And yeah, okay. No, we can get him. There we go. I can't wait to get around to playing this. This game is amazing. I can't wait for you to get around to playing this because this game is beautiful and it's fun. I still haven't picked up a copy, but still exciting. Yeah, exactly. Build up the hype just for yourself, and it makes it that much more enjoyable. Okay, 2, and yeet. Okay, I was gonna say if that didn't kill him, I was gonna be slightly salty. Not gonna lie. 10 chunks of Y right? Okay. Why write when you can text? I know. Dumb joke. You can kill me later. There's a lot to be excited about with gaming. Exactly. I think these past 2 years, honestly, these past like 3 years have been really, really good in terms of games. And I think personally, it kind of started with the release of Elden Ring. I think once Elden Ring was fully released, games past that, there was just like these just good batches of games across multiple platforms.
You get some rest now.
And it's such a great, great couple of years.
I was asked to deliver this to you.
Let's give him that.
This is for me, right enough. Not sure what some bearer is doing bringing it to me, though. Where's that fool of a peddler got to?
He's stranded.
Couldn't come himself.
Whole thing got knocked over.
His cart's surrounded by wild chocobos.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. I'll have it full of Gizal greens, no doubt. Crammed with him, if I know him.
Gizal greens.
Chocobos go mad for them, don't they? And if you forget to seal the car up tight, the smell gets out, and birds come running from miles around. Don't get me wrong. They're a fine investment for a savvy merchant, especially around these parts. But you can't get greedy.
Boom. What are you sipping on right now? I have a Mountain Dew. So Mountain Dew,
that's all that matters.
Sugar, or 0 sugar, because I'm trying to cut sugars out of my sodas. Eventually, I plan on cutting sugars pretty much almost entirely, but I have to make baby steps in that transition because I've adjusted myself to a very sugar diet. So I cut back bit by bit, and eventually I will get rid of sugar or sodas pretty much entirely and have to switch to some other drink. Can you mount the chocobos? You can't mount the chocobos, but we will get a chocobo, but it won't be for quite some time. So when we get the chocobo, we will get the chocobo.
Excellent.
I've got a boobly with me. Nice. My entire vacation, it's very difficult, you know, when we were kind of out and about to... Some of the things that I really haven't... So, what I've sworn off so far... Sorry, ad pop, just... Okay, no problem. Renewing stuff. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Wake wins.
skip. Ability. Finish. Oh, yeah. Okay, right. Cray Claw. Yeet. Stab. Fiery stuff. Brr. How awesome. Big boy.
Toggle.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Nice. Look at that takedown. Precision sick. Okay. Go. I forgot you can't.
This time.
Got him.
Second toggle.
Yeah, so like out of all my items in my diet that like I cut out sugars already was candy. Candy was a big one. Sodas by switching over, to zero sugars. Zero sugar sodas. So eventually I will cut them out completely by just removing sodas entirely, which should be coming up probably in the future. Honestly, by the time I'm done with these, I probably should just give it up and switch over to, like, other types of drinks. Oh, there we go, Ed, with the sub. Thank you so much for the resub. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for all the love and support. As always, it is super appreciated. It's never expected, always loved. So, thank you so much. I need to do that this month and start running and lifting. Hey, I get it. I could probably do a bit of that as well, but... alas, I have not, so. Yeet. I'm sure every person out there could always add a little bit more into their life, at least in terms of improvement. So for me, I'm just worrying about diet. You got a cruise coming up in August. Okay, so for you, it's a little bit more like time crunchy. We got to get this going. I'm all for it. The last thing that I'm like very hesitant in terms of like actually cutting my sugars on is my coffees, because when it comes to how I drink coffee, I'm very I'm a white girl. We won't sugarcoat it. I'm a white girl with my coffees. The sweeter the coffee, the better, in my opinion. So I'll have to figure that out. It's going to be really rough, and I'm probably going to be grumpy for quite some time. So I made it the last item that we'll ever have to deal with, because my hope is by that point my body's gotten so adjusted to reducing sugar intake that it starts to kind of reject a lot of these like artificial sweeteners and starts to kind of like get upset, because that's what happens. Like, there are people who will give up drinking soda for 2-3 months, and they'll open up a can of like a Coke and it just screws them over because their body's like, no, like, we don't want this anymore. I'm avoiding Modelo's during weekdays unless it's redeemed in stream. That's fair. That's totally cool. Yeah, I love me a good Modelo though, so like that's a tough one. I stopped, I would say, like casually day drinking pretty easily. That wasn't even like a hard thing to do. It just, I think at the time that like when I first turned 21, obviously you have that like rush of being able to go and buy alcohol and get whatever you want and try out new drinks. And I never was one for like party drinking, so I never got into like drinking. So I'll make myself a nice cocktail every now and then. I have a few beers available, and I don't drink them that often. My wife gets grumpy with me because they kind of sit still in my fridge. So totally fair and reasonable. But the nice part about it is that it's not something that I've ever had to worry about or struggle with. So I can't imagine, because they're so good, what it would be like, you know, having had some form of like consistency with them. Obviously, there's people that struggle with it heavily. I was able to avoid sodas throughout high school and college. Then my first job out of college, a coworker always had a can of Coke to share and got me rehooked. That is rough. That's rough. That's rough. I get that though. So I knew a lot of friends when I was working, like my first major job out of high school. A lot of the guys that I worked with were like one by one turning into, they would vape, right? And that was like before it got, honestly, the whole like vape industry has massively diversified since then. That was like in the mid 2010s when that all happened, when it started. And so, you know, people were getting into it, and so it was hard to like not be around it at work. Unfortunately, it was never anything that I got into like consistently doing. So it's these like minor things that you kind of do because of exposure, and you just got to make the decision, like, is this something that's worth doing more? You make that choice for yourself. For me, I just didn't want to spend the money on it because I play a lot of video games. I'd rather buy video games. This is my terrible addiction, is playing games. That's what it is. And there's worse addictions. I could be abusing substances. Alas, I do not. I slay prey claws. Because why not? Because we get level ups. That's why. That's why we slay prey claws. And that's why we travel the map. We travel the map specifically to kill everything on the map so that we can get more level ups. If we didn't do it, we wouldn't get level ups. So it's kind of what we're doing. That's why we're walking around and killing everything that we see. Ooh. Oh.
That's it.
Ooh. That was nice. 3 sharp fangs. Alright, we didn't miss anything, so we can actually get to Martha's Rest from up here, which is what we're gonna go do. And yeah, we are not gonna make it to the Apata 3 today. That will not happen. So we're gonna try to do everything we can to see how far we can get with the time. But if we do make it to the Apata 3, which there's no way. If we do, we will not start it today. Won't happen.
Find out, shall we?
Because I don't want to. That's a big story part. I do not want to miss it. And I don't want to cut up the major story points in this game between streams. Got plenty of addictions too. You're right though. Gaming's the toughest one to let go. Of course, it's so much fun.
How do?
Oh. Bruh. I don't like how all the music stuff's like 20,000, 40,000, 50,000, 60,000. Like, dude, come on. I don't know if I shared with you, but I finished the first Final Fantasy. Yo, okay, from the Pixel Remaster. How was that? How was the first Final Fantasy? That is one of the, in my opinion, it's really fun to think about. The first Final Fantasy is very, very much in terms of like how it fits into the grand scheme of the franchise. It's very much kind of like the first Saw movie. Very under budget, was not produced with a lot of financing, and it blew up so much that they were able to make more games outside of that. Now, unlike the Saw movies, Final Fantasy only ever got better, whereas Saw got good, and then it got worse. So
don't have an easy time
it's always fun to see how people view that first game, because it's like, there's a story, but there isn't. You could do kind of whatever you want, but you can't. It's this awkward mix that really set the tone for the franchise. Spent a whole Saturday fighting Chaos. Lost him twice, leveled up, tried him one more time. That's it. That's Final Fantasy for you. You fight a whole bunch. You fight the end boss a whole bunch of times. You spend a bit leveling up, getting, obviously upping your stats. A huge part of it. That's why I do it ahead of time. That's why I'm slaughtering everything at the onset of the game to kind of keep myself at pace.
I expect that's you.
That is us. It's fun to know that Sid talks very highly of us to a lot of the other agents of like his group and this like resistance group within the Hideaway, because everyone's like, oh, we heard about this bearer, and it turns out to be Clive, and I was like, yeah,
well, if you
pretty
want to avoid
cracked.
the garrison, the road through East Pool's your best bet.
Okay, so we got to get that
If the bridge hadn't
fixed.
collapsed.
That won't be a problem.
A right bloomin' nuisance it is. We've had no trade with the village for weeks.
Won't be an issue.
I did ask our carpenter to
Yeah, they
take
called
a
it
look at
Final Fantasy because they really thought it was going to be their only game and thus be their Final Fantasy. Correct. Correct. What was your party composition, if you don't mind me asking? Because you were able to select amongst what, 6 classes, I think, amongst the warrior, the thief, the monk, the black, white, and red mages. Yeah, you get 4 people total, but you get like 6 class selection, I think, when you create the party. The traditional party is obviously the warrior, the thief, the black, and the white mage, respectively. So I was wondering what you did.
He went out on a job.
Right. He went down into the marshes to check on another bridge. The one by the Fallen Gate.
You went with the traditional. So you just went warrior, thief. So that would have maxed you out at the paladin or the knight, the ninja, the black wizard, white wizard.
Tell him Martha sent you, and that he's wanted at the bridge.
When you get the class upgrade, like halfway through the game. Fun fact about
Let's find that ladder.
yeah, that was so awesome. It is indeed. My party composition is always just one class variation from yours, and that is, instead of the ninja, instead of the thief, I decide to take on board the monk. And the reason why is because in the early game you're going to start using weapons like nunchucks, and those are totally fine. You eventually start hitting a point where you attack unarmed as the monk. You don't equip your monk with any weapon, and he deals just as much damage as your knight. The reason why is because when he attacks unarmed, he strikes the combos. So, obviously, the more levels you get, you might see them swing the sword a few more times, and it'll say like 3-hit combo or something along those lines. And it's going to deal more damage because it's calculating more attacks into that initial attack action. And the monks can get a lot, like 16, at most, like you're looking like 16, 18, hits just on a single go. They're throwing things out there. You haste one of those guys, it's game over. They slaughter everything that they look at. Because I think haste, ooh, we buried him, get him. Because I think haste doubles the amount of attacks that get added to the when they strike, because they don't have like a quick time battle system, so the haste doesn't function as like making them go faster. Did you play the originals on the original hardware? I did. So I had, well, not necessarily the original hardware. I played the Game Boy Color remaster, which was one that they did do
Thank you, my lady.
well past what the original was, because the original is like very simple in graphics. The Game Boy Color is a bit of like a pixelated HD remaster. Well, not HD, like a pixelated remaster. But I know that they went and remastered it again, if I'm right, to make the textures a lot more smooth.
Snipped into
But
strips by now.
when I did that, that's when I played Final Fantasy 1, because I had actually, it was the Dawn of Souls pack, so that for the Game Boy Color, it actually came with Final Fantasy 1 and 2, so you got to play both of those on the same cartridge, and then I'd have Final Fantasy 4, and then they started switching over to consoles at that point. So they actually didn't switch over to consoles until 7. So I played 5 and 6, but I played those on like an emulator on my phone. 7 I played on console, 8 I played on console, 9 same thing, and then obviously everything past that, 10 moving up. 11 I never played because it's an MMO, and alongside 14 I didn't play it that often because it's an MMO. But all the other like main installments I played pretty much everything. The only games that I like for sure haven't touched were the tactics games, which were the like
Sorry for asking this of you after what you've been through.
turn-based movement style, like tactical
And you too, son.
game. I don't know how to describe it. But they're unique to the Game Boy and DS consoles, like exclusively. You can't find the tactics games on, I don't think, on like any of these consoles. That'd be cool.
We will.
But that's when they established Ivalice too, and then they brought Ivalice to console with Final Fantasy 12, which was really dope. So when you were playing Final Fantasy 12, the world of Ivalice had already, to some degree, had been fleshed out kind of well before they even made that game. So it was really interesting to see. It kind of brought a little bit more to life with that. I like to hear other gamers' histories with their favorite series. Final Fantasy is like top tier for me. My very first game in the franchise was Final Fantasy X. Because it was on the PlayStation 2, and PlayStation 2 was released when I was,
He's fine.
I think around,
He'll have the bridge to
the game was released, Final Fantasy X was released when I was 4. So it was one of the first games that I was able to play on my PlayStation 2 when I became of age to like comprehend playing games. I play like that, Jack and Daxter, the Spyro trilogies, very good. Dude, it sucks that this blight is tearing through the land, like absolutely just ravaging everything that we come across. We're gonna start seeing spaces with it soon. We're gonna see the blight like really affect places. So they call the area the Deadlands, and that's where the blight has rooted so heavily that
We'd be delighted.
like magic can't exist because there's no ether to pull it from. It's like a leech. Yeah, Final Fantasy X was my first game into the series, and then I, like, surprisingly enough, I had never played 7 for quite some time, and it wasn't until I was in high school that I finally played that game. Because I was kind of grumpy in terms of, like, how I played older games, and I didn't really like scaling down in graphics, and I didn't like scaling down in mechanical abilities, so, like, smoothness of play. I'd never wanted to, like, trade down, in my opinion, you know? So, like, if I started with, like, a modern, at the time, like a modern Resident Evil game, I wouldn't want to go back to Resident Evil 1, like from 4 to 1. I don't do that. Whereas people that really love franchises totally do that. So it wasn't until I was in high school, I was like, okay, we're going to have to give this a shot. We're going to have to start playing all these games. I want to see what the franchise is really about. And I was like pissed that I hadn't done it sooner because the game was beautiful. Games were great.
So the bearers make up the shortfall.
So I really enjoyed it.
Crystals like sugar plums even down here in the provinces, but not anymore. Nowadays, they'll jump at any excuse to confiscate our bearers so they can be put to work elsewhere. I always knew the Empire treated their branded like shit, but after seeing it with my own eyes...
Everyone treats their branded terribly. You're acting like the Empire's like the first to have tried it. Everyone treats the branded terribly. This isn't new. Haha, same. I spent too much of my years playing with GTA and Call of Duty. Yeah, and like with me, I first got into Call of Duty on like the original Call of Duties, like Call of Duty Big Red 1, Call of Duty, or I think it was the Call of Duty when it was the first game, and that was back when Call of Duty was like focused on their World War II like stories. You played the Americans, you played the Russians, you were always playing Allies killing Germans, killing the Nazis. Who doesn't like that? Who doesn't like running through Berlin,
You weren't my brother.
slaughtering Nazis?
No.
I tell you,
But you'll have
I'm one of them. I'll do it. Almost forgot about the right. It was the Call of Duty, the first one. Ed with the lurk. Thank you so much. We'll relieve you of your watch, and Whenever you return, your watch will continue.
Down on back in Archduke Owen's
May
day.
you enjoy
They were
your
still
respite.
human beings. Now they've fallen so far.
Sorry, I gotta get going. Finishing super. No problem. No problem at all. You do not need to apologize to me in the slightest. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Hope you have a great rest of your time. Hope you have a great time playing Super Mario. Let's go ahead and throw out a shout out
Take that to the Abbey.
for you in the
There's a
meantime.
darkness, the heart of this world.
Boom.
And I'd
Done.
have you
There you
see
go.
it.
For people who are watching, you definitely want to go check out Ed the Zombie whenever he streams. Chill vibes. If you're into chill vibes, go to Ed's streams because it's 100% it. He knows when to turn the party up.
There is a friend.
So you're gonna want to sit a while because you're gonna want to get those redemptions in. That's what turns the party up. Other than that, normally pretty chill vibes, and that's what I love about it. So head over his way if you get the chance, and show him some love. But yeah, Ed, we will relieve you of your watch. You have a great rest of your time. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for the sub. Hope you have a great rest of your night. Make for Glademond Abbey. We could do that. It's easy. Go to the Abbey. That might be the last thing we're able to do today. Who knows? We'll see how this works.
The fish there, son.
It's crazy that the Empire kind of like, thank you for the kindness. No problem. Thank you for the support. Appreciate it. It's crazy to think that like the Empire, in terms of like how they treat their lands, and these are Rosarian lands, to be fair, and they kind of like walked in, slapped around, obviously because they just came in at the night, the castle night.
I know.
Or the Phoenix Gate, the night of the Phoenix Gate, and just kind of like made their way with everything, and then they kind of left the lands be. A little rough, but we'll figure it out.
We knew nothing of what it meant
Yeah, we're gonna loop around.
to be born that way. Did we?
Megala Crab.
That's it.
Stab. Boom. Nice. Now to kill a giant turtle. Oh, he can't stick him because of the shell.
Give them all you've got, You know what's for
This way we go. Uh-oh. Ow. Ow. Run, run, run. Kill the killer bees.
It's over.
Done. Get out of here. Run, 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 run. Go. Ooh, I didn't even know that second Megalocrab was going to be there. Make sure there's nothing I'm missing. The turtle. Probably like a shed, maybe. Oh, there's an item here. That's work. No, he's not even gonna. No, he's gonna. Yep.
Give me fire! Here, a little help!
Iconic. You did. Gotcha. Garrett, buddy. Okay, so with these wild chocobos that are present, the blue ones are like enemies that you can kill. The just normal wild chocobos are just like any other kind of like random animal. They're docile, they won't attack you unless you attack them first. This way first. I got more Megalocrabs. I was more in the sludge too. Like at least 2 more. I didn't have it. It would have been cool to kind of combo stuff in the air, but I didn't have it ready. Yeah, we'll go this way and just clear out the rest of the map and then go to the Abbey.
Wake wind! It's over.
Oh, nice. I didn't know you could bring them down. Death to the chocobos. Death to the chocobos. Oh.
Stay down.
One more big boy. You can take him. Oh, there's actually a few more stuff here. I will still take this guy. Yeah, you thought, buddy.
Second toggle. Get him. Not this time. There, boy.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. There we go.
Too slow.
There we go. Come on. I didn't mean to miss out and get hit like that. I'll have to buy more potions when I'm in Martha's Rest. That's totally fine. Okay, to the Abbey. Yeah, we'll wrap it up at the Abbey and call it a day. Because that'll get us prepped to go to the apothecary. And we are not going to do that today. We will not have the time. Which is good, because we want the big story moments to be in one single session. We don't want to miss stuff in any of these episodes and like have to kind of like bounce around them and too much work. Don't want to do it.
There's the Abbey. What darkness awaits us within, I wonder.
Not much,
Let's
actually.
go and see. Nice. You're right. Yay.
Let's make this Stay down.
Impressive. Hope to fight another day.
off, bro. I was really hoping that I was able to catch him with the with my wicked wheel, but I could not. He's not trying to fit in there. So here's kind of like some of the cool parts of this game is like you start to really see how brutal the Empire can be. They call themselves the Holy Empire of Sombriquet. Also, I found out I've been pronouncing it wrong. It's Sombriquet. Or Sombreg.
Good day to you.
They say Sombreg.
I'm afraid the Abbey is not open for public prayer. May Griga go with you?
Oh, is this...
We came to offer a donation.
Oh, I actually don't know if this is when that happened. I might have just spoiled it a smidge.
I see. Then please, follow me.
I don't want to die. Please, Father. Something for the pain. I beg you. Light. Your fate. I don't want to die alone.
It's all right.
Yeah, the Empire hasn't come in and slaughtered the Abbey yet, so that's my bad.
Who are these people?
Martha's bearers. She entrusted them to my care.
But it also comes to show how good, like, the Hideaway and the people in the Hideaway are, because they are
to the extent that I can.
Very intentional on, like, helping as many people as they can, obviously. And we see that here. He's going pale. He's going pale. They all are.
Not good. Has taken them. All of them.
Mm-hmm. As it does every bearer forced to use their gift. With each draw on the ether, their bodies petrify, till all that remains is stone and pain, and so they are cast aside.
Thanks.
There is nothing either Martha or I can do to change that, but we can at least strive to make their final hours a little more bearable. Have faith, my son, for you shall rise again, and find the happiness denied you in this life.
Will we? Will we? Will we?
Thank you, Father.
They want to make life better for the bearers so that they're not having to suffer. And unfortunately, by the very mark with which they are cursed to their societal suffering, they are cursed to their own personal suffering.
Now, their final moments may be moments of peace.
And it's fun to see Clive's consistency with his younger self.
Martha,
because if you remember back in like the first episode, a young Clive Rosfield was very, very courteous and nice and uplifting to a Rosarian bearer. And you see even now as he's a bearer himself, he does not lose that kind of kindred love for people and continues to be kind and passionate. Alright, back to Martha's Rest we go. I think we'll get ourselves prepped to go to the next area and then call it good for the night. We'll obviously do this. Obviously. And then we'll go that route. Oh, ah. Burp.
was good on it.
Talk to Martha. The bridge should be
you're back.
completed.
Thanks for taking
We kind of helped out in the local area, obviously.
The abbot had a message for you.
Good stuff.
2 more have succumbed.
I see.
I see.
Come upstairs. So, now you know, eh?
I've seen plenty of bearers die on the battlefield. But never like that.
And all because they were born different. The powers that be can't take away their gift, so they strip them of their humanity instead. Oh, there's plenty who pity a bearer's plight. But so long as we're content to sit around, weeping for those on whose broken backs we're carried, we ain't gonna change nothing.
And so you lend Sid your strength.
What little of it I have. Use profits from this place to buy the poor buggers.
So when the abbot told us the bearers were yours...
Aye, they're my property, at least by law. Any still fit to work fetch a price beyond my means. All I can do is care for those who are past mending. But it's not all doom and gloom. Bernard's finished fixing that bridge for you. You can carry on to Eastpool now. You got questions
That we
that need
can,
answering,
and we'll
eh?
save it before we head out to Eastpool, and that's where we'll end it for the night. We're not going to be raiding out today, so we'll just end it normally.
I almost forgot.
But we'll get to that
Sid and I
point
have
and
other
then close it out.
friends in Rosaria. Wear this, and they'll know you for one of us.
Facts. Facts. We got the slumbering chocobo. It is a seal that marks us as
And
one
know
of
that
Martha's.
You will always be welcome here. You were right, Sid. It really is them. Lord Rosfield and Lady Warwick have come back to us. And long may they stay.
Nice. We're ready to keep going. So we'll make for Eastpool. Okay. Get through this. Sidolphus and Goots.
Sid.
Ah, Clive. You're not where I left you.
Yeah.
Right.
I did, aye. With 1,000 little lightning bolts. Can't fling them around the way I used to. Think of it as my decoration for long service and exemplary misconduct.
Nice.
But you didn't come here to compare war wounds.
We didn't.
Thank you, Sid. For everything.
If you want to leave, that's your lookout. I'm sure you'll have a long and happy life together if you stay out of my way.
Sid!
Look at old Goots over here.
I knew a girl, back in the day. She was a slave to her fate, just like you.
I remember just talking about Benedicta. Because they had a fling.
I wanted to save her. For a while, I even thought I could. But just because you think something doesn't make it true.
Sid.
I'm no savior. Just a conceited old fool. I talk about people forging their own futures. But instead of handing them the hammer, I beat them with my own. And if no bugger wants to listen to what you've got to say, you might as well keep your gob shut. But Clive, I will say this. You're not a monster. You're the same man you've always been.
He's needed to hear that. Don't get choked up. Don't cry. Don't do it.
My fate.
Look, lad, you've had a hard life. And I don't see it getting much easier. You might not be able to save anyone else. But at the very least, you can save yourself.
I'll try.
Jill. I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to talk, but I trust you'll take good care of the boy.
Yes, I will.
Is that the last of it?
Alright.
We best head back then. Wouldn't want to keep Nan waiting.
Just gonna flutter about for a second and lay down. Should be golden.
Alright then.
Get your claw out of my pants. I can feel it poking into my thigh. Get it out of my pants. Get it out. Okay, you're using way too much claw. Off you go. I'm gonna rip up my nice little pants. Do not want for it. Oh, we got some side quests. Okay, this is where we'll save it because we can start these side quests up when we begin next. So we'll go ahead and we actually have enough to master the Rook's Gambit, which is good. So now we can equip that and maybe try to see if we can get one of these, we can get this achievement maybe next time we stream, probably tomorrow morning. So it'll be pretty decent. So now we can equip Rook's Gambit on any ability set. So we're going to equip it, I think here. No, 2 and 2, 3 and 2, 2 and 3, 2 and 3. Yeah, we'll do it for Scarlet Cyclone. Counter potency is equipped if it's used to evade an attack. Yeah, we'll do that real quick. Yeah, so we'll set it like this for right now. No problem. We'll be good there. We'll see if we can get this. And we want to make sure we do player save 2. This is our stream save. We're going to go ahead and overwrite that save. Holding on. Boom. And we'll go ahead and leave it there. So we'll be ending for today. We'll be back tomorrow with some more Final Fantasy 16 for everyone who jumped in tonight. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate the love and support. Thanks for joining in. Hope you guys had a great night. We'll see you tomorrow morning, and rest well.